Listen to me. No, I mean really listen. Turn off the distractions, put down your phone, and give me your full attention for just a few minutes, because what I'm about to share with you, it might just be the most important thing you hear all year. It might be the key that unlocks the cage you didn't even know you were trapped in. A cage built not of iron bars, but of quiet compromises, unspoken fears, and the slow, steady erosion of your own soul. A cage whose bars are forged from the words "I should," and whose lock is rusted shut by the fear of "what will they think?" I want you to think about how you feel right now, deep down. Are you tired? Not just sleepy, but a deep soul-level exhaustion, the kind that sleep doesn't fix? The kind that lingers behind your eyes even after a full night's rest? Do you feel like you're constantly pouring from an empty cup, giving pieces of yourself away until there's almost nothing left? You smile, you show up, you do what's expected of you, you play your part perfectly, but behind the mask, you're running on fumes. You're wondering, is this all there is? A life of quiet desperation, of feeling unseen, undervalued, and misunderstood? A life spent walking on eggshells, trying not to be too loud, too much, too you? I've been there. I know that silent ache. I know what it feels like to be surrounded by people but feel utterly alone. To have your dreams dismissed as childish fantasies, your boundaries treated as suggestions, and your heart handled like it's not made of glass. And I am here to tell you from the very depths of my soul that you were not born to live that way. Your life is not meant to be a slow leak of energy, a quiet surrender to mediocrity. It is meant to be a roaring fire, a masterpiece, a testament to the unbreakable spirit that is inside you right now, waiting, just waiting for you to give it permission to breathe. That spirit is the real you, the one that remembers what it feels like to be joyful, wild, and free, and it's begging you to come home. But to unleash that fire, you have to make a choice, a conscious, deliberate, and sometimes terrifying choice. You have to decide that your peace is non-negotiable, your dreams are not up for debate, and your worth is not determined by the opinions of those who lack the vision to see who you truly are. Today, right now, we draw a line in the sand. We are going to talk about the things you must stop giving away, the parts of you that are too sacred to sacrifice. Because the moment you stop letting the wrong people take from you is the moment you start taking your life back. This is your intervention. This is your wake-up call. Are you ready? Let's begin. The first thing you must never let anyone take from you is your dream. Your dream is not some silly little wish. It's the blueprint of your soul. It's that whisper in the quiet moments that says, "What if?" It's that vision you see when you close your eyes of a life that feels authentic, vibrant, and purposeful. It's the reason you were put on this earth. But the world is full of dream killers. They are often not malicious monsters. They are the people closest to you, the ones who love you, but whose love is tangled up in their own fears. They'll say, "Be realistic." But what does that even mean? Realistic according to WHO, according to their limited beliefs, according to their own failed attempts? When someone tells you to be realistic, what they are often saying is, "I was too afraid to go for it, so you should be too." They are trying to fit your infinite potential into the tiny box of their own comfort zone. Do not let them. Think of your dream as a tiny, fragile seed. When you first have it, you don't plant it in the middle of a barren field during a storm. You nurture it. You keep it safe. You water it in private. You give it sunlight in secret. You protect it from the frost of other people's doubt and the pests of their negativity. Your biggest dreams must be cultivated in the silence of your own belief before they are strong enough to withstand the opinions of the world. They'll say, "That's so risky. What if you fail?" And you should look them in the eye and say, "What if I fly?" The greater risk is not in failing. It's in waking up in 40 years in a life you settled for, haunted by the ghost of the person you could have become. That is the true failure. That is the hell you must avoid at all costs. Your dream will demand sacrifice. It will demand late nights, early mornings, and periods of intense loneliness. But that loneliness is not a punishment. It is a training ground. It is in those solitary moments, when it's just you and your ambition, that you forge the strength, the resilience, and the unbreakable faith required to see it through. It will require you to believe in yourself when absolutely no one else does, because there will come a day when your motivation wanes, and on that day, your discipline must take over. And as you rise, people will get uncomfortable. Your light will illuminate their shadows. Your progress will be a mirror to their stagnation. They will try to pull you back down into the familiar darkness, not because they hate you, but because your success is a painful reminder of the chances they never took. Protect your dream. Guard it like a mother bear guards her cubs. Write it down. Speak it out loud. Feed it with action every single day. Surround yourself with people who don't just tolerate your dream, but who fan the flames of it. Because giving up on your dream is not just giving up on an idea, it is giving up on yourself. And you, my friend, are a sacrifice you are not allowed to make. Next, you must refuse to let anyone make you compromise your values. Your values are your internal compass. They are the core of your character, the principles that guide you when no one is watching. Honesty, integrity, kindness, loyalty, self-respect. These are not just words, they are the pillars that hold up the temple of your life. But you will be tested. Oh, you will be tested. You will encounter people who operate in the gray areas, people who believe that the ends justify the means. They'll ask you to bend the rules just this once. They'll pressure you to cut a corner. Everyone does it. They'll tempt you to betray someone's trust for a personal gain. It's just business. These are the seductive whispers of moral decay. Think of it as creating an integrity debt. Each small compromise is a coin you borrow from your soul. It seems insignificant at the time, but the debt accumulates with interest, and one day you wake up crushed under the weight of it, feeling bankrupt in spirit. Every time you say yes when your soul is screaming no, a small piece of you chips away. You trade a piece of your self-respect for their approval. You sell a fraction of your soul for a temporary advantage. And if you keep making those trades, you will eventually look in the mirror and see a stranger staring back. A person whose reflection is hollow, whose eyes have lost their light. The most difficult moments in life are not when you are fighting enemies, but when you are fighting the temptation to become one of them, to choose the easy wrong over the difficult right. Standing by your values will sometimes cost you. It might cost you a promotion. It might cost you a friendship. It might cost you an opportunity. But I promise you, whatever you lose is nothing compared to what you gain. The unwavering peace that comes from a clear conscience. The quiet power of knowing that you can look yourself in the eye and be proud of the person you are. There is no pillow as soft as a clear conscience. There is no armor as strong as your integrity. It deflects the negativity of the world because you are so solid in who you are. Your character is the one thing no one can ever take from you. It can only be given away. Do not sell it for a cheap price. Your integrity is your legacy. In a world full of shortcuts and compromises, be the one who stands for something. Be the one whose word is bond. Be the one whose actions align with their beliefs. Because at the end of your days, it won't be the money or the status that defines you, but the content of your character. Protect it. It is priceless. This next one is critical. Stay away, run away from anyone who asks you to be smaller than you are. Have you ever been in a room where you felt you had to dim your own light? To quiet your laugh, to downplay your achievements, to hide your intelligence, just to make someone else feel comfortable? This is one of the most insidious forms of control. You start to grow. You start to heal. You find your voice. You start setting goals and crushing them. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be. And the people who were comfortable with the old, broken you, they start to panic. They don't say, "Wow, I'm so proud of your growth." Instead, they say things like, "You've changed." It's not a compliment. It's an accusation. They say it with a tone of disappointment, as if your evolution is a betrayal of them. Yes, you've changed. You're supposed to. A seed is supposed to change into a flower. A caterpillar is supposed to change into a butterfly. Life is change. It is growth. It is expansion. To remain the same is to be stagnant, to be stuck in yesterday. Anyone who wants you to remain stuck so they can remain comfortable is not a friend. They are an anchor tied to your feet. Imagine a bucket full of crabs. The moment one crab starts to climb out to reach for freedom, the others will pull it back down, not out of malice, but out of a desperate, instinctual need to keep everyone at the same level. Recognize the crab bucket mentality in your life. Recognize the people who can't stand to see you climb. They need you to be weak so they can feel strong. They need you to doubt yourself so they can feel secure. They need you to play small so they don't have to face their own fears of stepping up. This is not love. This is emotional vampirism. The right people, the ones who truly belong in your orbit, will see you starting to shine, and they will hand you sunglasses. They will celebrate your wins as if they were their own. They will be inspired by your growth, not intimidated by it. They will push you higher, not try to pull you back into the crab bucket. Your job on this earth is not to shrink. It is to expand. It is to take up space. It is to become the fullest, brightest, most authentic expression of yourself. Never, ever apologize for your strength. Never make yourself small to soothe someone else's ego. The world has enough people playing small. It needs you to be magnificent. It needs your unique gifts, and you can't share them if you're hiding. And this brings me to a crucial point. Stop giving your energy to people who give nothing back. Your energy is your life force. It is the fuel for your dreams, the currency of your creativity, the power behind your passion. It is a finite and precious resource. Imagine you have a deep, clear well inside of you. That well contains all your vitality, your love, your focus. There are people in this world who show up with empty buckets, and they expect you to fill them again and again. They are energy black holes. You know who I'm talking about. The phone call that always leaves you feeling drained. The friend who only shows up when they need to vent, to complain, to take. They treat you like a free therapist, an emotional dumping ground. You listen, you support, you give advice, you pour your empathy and compassion into them. And then, when your day comes, when your well is running low, when you are the one who is struggling, when you need a shoulder to lean on, they are suddenly busy. They are nowhere to be found. The conversation quickly turns back to them. It is a one-way street. And you keep giving because you're a good person, because you care. But you are watering a plastic plant. You are pouring your precious life force into a void, and you will get nothing in return. This is not a sustainable way to live. You have to understand this. A relationship, whether friendship, romantic, or family, is an energy exchange. It should be reciprocal. It should leave both people feeling uplifted, not one person feeling drained and the other one temporarily full. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to say, I don't have the emotional capacity for this right now. That is not selfish. It is self-preservation. It is guarding your well. You must also learn to replenish your well. What fills you up? Is it a walk in nature, listening to music, creative expression, solitude? Find what recharges your soul and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. Start auditing your relationships. Who are the investors and who are the withdrawers? Who leaves you feeling energized and inspired? Who leaves you feeling depleted and exhausted? Invest your time and energy in the people who pour back into you. Create a circle that replenishes you, that supports you, that champions you. Because when you are surrounded by light, you cannot help but shine brighter. Now listen closely. Never let anyone silence your voice when your intuition is telling you to speak. Your voice is power. It holds your truth, your convictions, your story. It is the legacy of your ancestors, the hope for the next generation. It has the power to defend the defenseless, to challenge injustice, and to change the world, even if it's just your own small corner of it. But there will be so many moments when people will try to silence you. They'll say, don't rock the boat, just let it go. It's not your fight. You're being too dramatic. These are the phrases of people who benefit from your silence. They are comfortable with the status quo, even if the status quo is wrong, unfair, or hurtful. Your voice is a threat to their comfort. When you see something wrong, a casual act of cruelty, a lie being passed off as truth, an injustice being served, and you feel that fire in your belly, that gut feeling that says, this is not right, that is your soul calling you to action. That is the universe asking you to be its warrior. To swallow your words in that moment, to stay silent out of fear of confrontation or a desire to be liked, is a betrayal of your own spirit. Each time you silence yourself, you tell your inner self that its perceptions don't matter. You teach yourself to be passive. You give your power away. The people who genuinely have your back will never ask you to be quiet when you should be loud. They will stand with you. They might be afraid with you, but they will not ask you to cower in silence. Don't be afraid of being too much. The world is dying from not enough courage, not enough integrity, not enough truth. Your voice is a sacred instrument. To refuse to play it is to deprive the world of your unique song. So I'm telling you to find your voice. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Stand up for what you believe in, even if you are standing alone. The world doesn't change by the force of a silent majority. It changes by the courage of a vocal few. Your words have weight. Your perspective has value. Do not let anyone convince you otherwise. Use your voice. It was given to you for a reason. This leads to my next point. You must abandon the need for approval from people who will never give it. This is a trap that keeps so many brilliant souls in chains. The desperate, lifelong quest for a pat on the head from a parent who can't give it, a partner who doesn't see you, or a society that has impossible standards. There is a small child inside of you, an inner child still waiting for that validation. You twist yourself into a pretzel, trying to be the person you think they want you to be. You choose a career to make them proud. You dress a certain way to fit in. You hide your true opinions, your quirky hobbies, your authentic self, all in the hope that one day they will finally turn to you and say, "You are enough. Let me free you right now." That day may never come, and you cannot put your life on hold waiting for it. You have to become the parent to your own inner child. You have to be the one to turn to yourself in the mirror and say, "I am enough. I see you. I love you. You are worthy." Your validation must come from within. It is the only kind that is real and the only kind that lasts. Seeking approval from others is like building your house on quicksand. Their opinions change with the wind. One day you're in their good graces, the next you're not. It is an exhausting, soul-crushing roller coaster that you have the power to step off of at any time. When you stop trying to please everyone, you start to find your people, the ones who love the real, messy, imperfect, glorious you. They don't need you to be anyone else. Your authenticity is what they cherish. So stop auditioning for a role in someone else's life. You are the lead in your own. Live your truth so fiercely that your very existence is an act of rebellion against conformity. The people who are meant for you will find you, and they will love you for it. And the ones who don't, they were never your audience to begin with. You don't need their applause. You need your own self-respect. Choose you, unconditionally. And finally, the most important thing of all, never, ever let anyone make you forget your worth. Your worth is innate. It is your birthright. It is not tied to your productivity, your bank account, your relationship status, or the number on the scale. It is the inherent, unchangeable value of your soul. Think of it this way: a $100 bill is worth $100. You can crumple it up, step on it, throw it in the mud, but when you pick it up and dust it off, what is it worth? It's still worth $100. Its inherent value did not change based on how it was treated. You are that $100 bill. You are a diamond. Your worth is constant, whether you are covered in mud or displayed on velvet. And sometimes, the people in our lives will reflect this broken worldview back to us. They will criticize you, belittle you, make you feel small, make you question your own abilities. They do this because a person who doesn't know their worth is easy to control. A person who doesn't know their worth will settle for less than they deserve. They will accept disrespect. They will tolerate neglect. They will stay in situations that are slowly killing their spirit because deep down they don't believe they deserve any better. This is the greatest lie you will ever be told. You are worthy. You are worthy of love that feels safe. You are worthy of respect that is unconditional. You are worthy of a life that fills you with joy. You are worthy of every single dream you have in your heart. You are worthy right now. Not when you lose 10 pounds, not when you get the promotion, not when you find a partner, right now, as you are. Those are not marks of shame. They are roadmaps of your resilience. You must become the guardian of your own self-worth. You must be the one who sets the standard for how you are to be treated. When someone treats you poorly, you must have the courage to say, "My self-respect is more important than this relationship," and walk away. This will be the hardest and most powerful thing you ever do, because the moment you truly, deeply, and unshakably know your own worth, the entire universe rearranges itself to reflect that truth back to you. The people who don't see it will fall away, and the people who do will be drawn to you like a magnet. So here is your call to action. Look at your life. Look at the people in it. Who is asking you to sacrifice your dreams? Who is pushing you to compromise your values? Who needs you to be small? Who is draining your energy? Who is silencing your voice? Who are you desperately trying to please? And who is making you forget your worth? Be honest, it's going to hurt. But this clarity is the first step to freedom. Now, I want you to do one more thing. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the times you let them cross your boundaries. Forgive yourself for the times you played small. Forgive yourself for staying too long. You did the best you could with the knowledge you had, but now you know better. And when you know better, you must do better. You have to be willing to have the hard conversations. You have to be willing to set the difficult boundaries. And you have to be willing to walk away from anyone or anything that is poisoning your soul. It will be scary. You might feel lonely for a while. That loneliness is the space you are creating for better things to arrive. But let me tell you about the other side. On the other side of that fear is a life of peace you can't even fathom right now. A life of authenticity, where the face you show the world is the same one you see in the mirror. A life where you are surrounded by people who celebrate you, not tolerate you. A life where you wake up excited, not exhausted. A life where you are finally, beautifully, and unapologetically free. That life is not a distant dream. It is waiting for you. It is one brave decision away. Make that decision today. Take back your power. Take back your peace. Take back your life. Your masterpiece is waiting to be created. Go and build it.